So what don't you want?
Pardon?
What don't you want?
I think I'll just,
You know, I've been working here for 44 years. Ain't nobody ever ordered nothing but T-bone steak and a baked potato. Except this one hole from New York tried to order trout back in 1987. We don't sell no goddamn trout. T-bone steaks. So either you don't want the corn on the cob, or you don't want the green beans. So what don't you want?
I don't want green beans.
I don't want green beans either.
Steaks cooked medium rare.
Can I get my steak cooked just
That want no question.
All right.
Iced tea for you boys.
Iced tea be great.
I'll stay here. Thank you, ma'am. Well, tell you one thing. Nobody's gonna rob this son of a bitch.
So after being homeless for the last couple years, what's the most important lesson that you've learned?
I think it's to be kind and to love yourself and love one another, because I think that's the only thing that's like separating me from the demonic entities that are on these streets right now, you know?
Yeah, you were saying you have some stalkers?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a lot of people out here that are under what I consider demonic psychosis. And there is.
So what does that look like?
It's a broad range of what they do, but it's the stalking, it's trafficking, it's people. I can't explain it. Like, people out here, I've just seen they're like demons. They're just evil, and they just want to do evil things to people who they feel are not evil and like who are vulnerable, you know? So yeah.
Your media is legally allowed to lie to you. Now, this is a reality that isn't the case in many countries, right? But in the United States, the news has no obligation to tell you the truth. In fact, if they lie to you, they will get rewarded through viewings, right? They get more views if they lie. Now, everyone's competitive, and they are entertainment. Your news is not news, it's entertainment. They're trying to get ratings. They're allowed to say whatever they want in order to get you to watch. It's the same with advertisements. They're allowed to lie. It's the same with the police. They're allowed to lie during an interrogation. America today is a nation which rewards freaking liars. Politicians are allowed to lie, and they will not be held accountable. That's not how it works in Europe, not where I was at, which is Europe, European Union. People are held accountable. You can't lie as a news agency in most European countries, right? You can be sued heavily. Now, if you prove defamation in the United States, we see that they sued, but very rarely do people get to prove that defamation occurred. So, the news openly lies. Joe Rogan, people get their news from him. He's an idiot. Now, I love Joe. Well, I used to love Joe. Now, he's too dumb. And he has no responsibility. And even when he's proven wrong, he won't admit it. And the news are the same way. They're proven wrong, they don't admit it. They just go about their business. So you live in a country where you have to source your own news. And if you don't, you have to accept the reality that any opinion you form based on the information that you receive from the news is allowed to be a lie. They have no obligation to say the truth. And if you think about that, it translates over to medical, to advertising. Doctors in America can prescribe you meds you don't need because they get kickbacks from the pharmaceuticals. I remember one time I went to a doctor for something basic. I was 18 years old. Routine checkup, Ohio. And he said, "Do you smoke ganja?" He asked me if I did drugs. I was like, no. What about weed? Do you smoke weed? I was like, what? And then he said, how often? And I, wow, pretty often at that point. Guy gave me a prescription for Prozac. Now, my dad is a surgeon in Cyprus. I called him, "Rebapa." This guy gave me a prescription for Prozac. What? Don't take it. I'm like, of course I'm not going to take it, but why? He gets money for it. But he said, my dad chose to be a not rich doctor so he could live in a country where medical was real. Because in America, it's a business. Politics is a business. The news is a business. Everything is a business. And we as people allow their lies to divide us. We are 99.85%. 99.85% the exact same people. All of us, no matter your color, your race, your ethnicity, we're separated by 0.15%. 0.15%. If I took my whole meal that I'm making here today and said, okay, what's 0.15% of that meal? It's that little piece of yellow pepper. Barely, no, I tasted it's tasty because my food isn't poisoned here. So they're allowed to lie to us. They separate us. They keep us dumb. And we buy it and fight. Right now, even people who know this will go to war with someone on the Trump side. And the Trump people will go to war with the people on the right side. Why? They're lying. We need to help. We need to hold them accountable. We can't let people continue to lie to us like that and hold positions of authority and trust. Something called the God factor. When there's an authority in the room, I'm not a doctor. My dad is. I'm not a doctor. If there's a bunch of doctors giving me medical advice, they're gods in that room. That's what they are. Because they are the authority on that subject. And I have no option really but to believe them or question them and know nothing. And the people who have that power in America use it to strangle us, make us dumb, take away our rights. They make us allow them to take away our rights. We take away our own rights for them by buying their scheisse. Joe Rogan, you suck. You used to be good. He used to let people come on and talk. Then somewhere along the line, the steroids and the DMT and all that, it all affected him too much. So I forgive Joe because he's a freaking meathead. But the news, the pharmaceuticals, the business people in government, they know it. And they're lying to you. Don't allow it to happen. If you are on the opposition side of your neighbor, sit down with them and say, you know what? Let's take the passionate aspects aside. Let's just talk about what we agree upon. I agree about this. You want good food, healthy food for your family and yourself? Okay. You want decent education for citizens? Okay. You want safety and security? Okay. You want news that doesn't lie to you and is held accountable? Okay. Look at that. We agree on most fundamentals. And then we can argue over the differences in the polls. Stop letting them lie to you. JRE. Block them. Block that guy. Also, thank you for all the love. I'm taken aback by how many people followed my rant yesterday and subsequently watched many of my other videos. Muchas gracias. That was, I don't even know how to handle it. I'm not even
done videos in the past where I was looking at 2025 being the 6,000th year. Well, I come across this. I think it's pretty interesting. It actually shows a little bit more detail that it's actually 2026, but I've been saying that I believe that the end of 2025 is going to be April Fool's Day. You know, we all know about that's where they used to call the people the April Fools that believed that that was the beginning of the year. But regardless, I've never tried to guess a day or hour, but it's clear in the scripture that we will know the season. And this is coming from the epistle of Barnabas. Barnabas was a disciple of the Apostle Paul. And I believe that, well, just look at the way things are going, the rise of the Antichrist and the technology, the surveillance state. This is it. I mean, I can't see it going any longer than this, but you guys check this out real quick.
Of the Sabbath he speaketh in the beginning of the creation. And God made the works of his hands in 6 days, and he ended on the seventh day, and rested on it, and he hallowed it. Give heed, children, what this meaneth, he ended in 6 days. He meaneth this, that in 6,000 years the Lord shall bring all things to an end. For the day with him signifeth this meaneth, he ended in 6 days. he meaneth this, that in 6,000 years the Lord shall bring all things to an end. For the day with him signifieth 1,000 years. And this he himself beareth me witness, saying, Behold.
All right, this is pretty clear that we're given 6,000 years, and we should have known this all along, because a day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. God created the earth in 6 literal days. There's always a double application. There's always echoes where the scripture, I guess, it's spiritual, but you can apply it in real life. Like, we've been here 6,000 years, that's 6 days, and we know that Jesus is going to set up a 1,000-year millennial reign. That's the Sabbath day. That's the day of rest, will be the day of the Lord, the day of Christ. But I hope this encourages some of you, because I know we're all tired. This world just is not our home. But I'm going to put that part with the Bible on the end of this video. And yeah, it should, any time now. But we are, regardless if it's 2025 coming to April Fools or 2026, I mean, we're there. I don't think anybody's going to really disagree, especially the type of people that, like we are on our channel. Yeah, I'm sure if you show this video to someone that loves this world, they're going to, poo-poo it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'm going to link that other video after this. Y'all take it easy. Later.
If someone told you that the year 2026 was the 6,000th year of Earth's history, you would say, I already know people think the 6,000 year crowd is crazy, right? Do you want me to show you something from a Bible from 1817, which is maybe why they changed the Bible, and the new ones aren't exactly the same as the old ones? Check this out. So this Bible is a standard Bible from 1818. And it has the Old and New Testament, and it, of course, has Genesis. This is what you got to look out for in these old Bibles, and I'm looking for some now because I got to see this in front of my face, man. Look at this. So it says, from Adam, right here where my finger is, from Adam unto Christ, there are 3,974 years, 6 months, and 10 days. And it actually has, in chronological order, the creation, 4004 BC. Now, other Bibles from the 1800s talk about this 4,004 years before Christ. Since the time from Adam until Christ, 4,004 years. Now, here's the crazy part. I just did some math. Look where we are. 4,004 before Christ to 1815, right, is 5789, 5,789 years, 6 months, and 10 days. Between 1815 and 2026, you have 211 years. That makes the year 5789, 6 months, 10 days, plus 211 years. We're in the year 6,000, dude. Where is it? 6,000.
Give heed, children, what this meaneth. He ended in 6 days. He meaneth this, that in 6,000 years the Lord shall bring all things to an end.
We're in the year 6,000, dude. Where is it? 6,000.
One day, Jesus is coming. You may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when he makes his personal appearance. My God, what if his appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready, get ready.